Continental drift. Next topic is continental drift. In 2013 mains, paper number 1, UPSC asked the same question actually. Same question, give the evidences for the continental drift. This is a question of GS also. So the next topic is what called continental drift. Next topic is the continental drift. Now listen. So continental name, please focus on the word continent drift. That means, right, shifting of the continent, movement of the continent. When continent move from one point to another, such kind of concepts called continental drift. Now question is how this thought came, how this thought arise and what are its implication and what are its theories are. So there was a confusion in the mind how to describe the distribution of land masses and the continent or land masses or continent or the oceanic bodies or water bodies on the earth's surface. In order to describe, the objective was, this theory came in order to fulfill this objective, to give the distribution of, to explain the distribution of continent and the ocean on the earth's surface and the oceans on the earth's surface. We know today there are how many continents and how many oceans? There are 7 continents and 5 oceans are there. Why these 5 oceans only? Why 7 continents only? Why they are located at this particular regions on the earth's surfaces? In order to explain the distribution of continent and ocean, all the 7 continent and 5 ocean, this concept evolved. This is the objective of continental drift, to explain the distribution of all the continents, land masses and the water bodies on the earth's surfaces. Is it? There is an objective. Now, in order to fulfill this objective, the concept of continental drift evolved. Concept of continental drift evolved. So, what is this concept is? What is this concept is? This concept simply says, continents are not stationary but drifting one against the another. Continents are not stationary but drifting one against the another, In this process, continents come closer, continent get separated, continent get twisted, all these things happen. In the process of continental drifting, they move towards each other. That is called convergence of landmass, divergence of landmasses, or there may be the twisting and rotation of the landmasses will take place. Even convergence of landmass, divergence of landmass, or twisting or rotation of the landmasses take place. Landmasses are not stationary, they are drifting. So in the process of drifting, they undergo towards each other, they get separated from each other, that splitted, or they get tilted, twisted, rotated. So all this happen. This concept talked about ocean is a byproduct of separation of the continents. Now, question, which is the best theory that explain the continental drift, both first this objective as well as this, which is the best theory to explain the concept of continental drift is. So various guys try to explain this. I think everyone written till here. Everyone tried to explain this. So the best theory accepted and most popular theory was given by Alfred Wegener. So remember this, guys, everyone. Alfred Wegener is a German scholar called Alfred Wegener. So with the most popular theory on continental drift was given by Alfred Wegener, Alfredwegener, Alfred Wegener. So when Alfred Wegener was giving his theory, he said that, hold on, do not write much. Continents are not stationary, they are drifting. In the process of drifting, many number of times continents come closer to each other, they join and form a large piece of landmass, and the largest continent it formed. Then in the second time, in the process they split, twisted, rotated and get separated from each other into two or more pieces. So the continent number increases, and as it is separation continue, it created a water bodies in between. Or everyone getting this point? So in the process of splitting the continents, so it created a water bodies in between. So this was his concept. So several times in the geological history, land mass joined and get separated from each other. So last he said around 300 million years ago. Around 300 million years ago, there was a single large continent. There was a single large continent which he called as Pangaea. He called as, what is the name he has given? Pangaea. It is single large continent. Diagram you draw always. Around 300 million years ago last, this phase was called as Permian phase, and this goes up to 225 million years ago. So this phase started around 300 million years ago. Till the 225 million years ago, all the landmass were together and as a single large continent called Pangaea. Remember this name? Pangaea, and single large water bodies surrounding it called as Panthalasha. Panthalasha is nothing but single large water body or ocean. Single large ocean called as Panthalasha. So this period is between how? 300 to 225 million years ago. That was a phase. This phase is called Permian phase. This phase is called as which phase? Permian phase. Geological timing is called Permian phase. Now what happened from 225 to 145 million years ago? What happened between this? So this is the starting point of your Triassic phase. Which phase? Triassic phase, and it is just ending up to the Jurassic phase. Which phase? So between Triassic and Jurassic, what happened to the Pangaea? What happened to the Pangaea, or single large continent? As for this theory, the Pangaea broken down actually. Pangaea broken down into two pieces. Broken down into two pieces, and the northern part is called as Angara land. Called as what called? Angara land, also called by another name called Laurasia. Laurasia is the word come from the Canada. Northeast Canada, there is a land still. Northeast Canada, the word Laurasia, Laurentian land is where still there with the which part of the Canada? Northeast of Canada. Northeast of Canada with the name Laurasia is there. So Angara land and this, and created a water body, that is new water body is created called Tethys Sea. Called as which sea? Tethys Sea. That is separating from southern hemisphere continent, he called as Gondwana land. Gondwana land. Gondwana, the word Gondwana is from India. The word Gondwana is taken from where? India. It is one of the district of Karnataka in India. One of the district in Karnataka of India. Word Gondwana. Indian terminology, the name was taken. Now you have seen that in Pantalacha is broken, is still there, but its size still decreasing. The water body, the ocean is called Pantalacha. This Pantalacha is on decrease due to splitting of Pangaea into Angara land and the Gondwana land. So this timing is from 225 million years till 145 million years ago. That is from Triassic phase to Jurassic phase. Remember, it's a period of dinosaurs. It is a period of what? Dinosaurs on the earth. Draw the second sketch. This is the first sketch. This is the second sketch. First sketch and the second. Okay, now drawn, guys. Done, everyone? Now come to the next phase. What happened? From 145 to the 65 million years ago. 65 million years ago. From 300 to 225, 225 to 145, 145 to 65 million years ago. In this phase, what happened? So this is the end of Cretaceous phase. This is the end of Cretaceous phase of the Earth. Cretaceous, Cretaceous phase of the Earth. So what happened under this phase is, now in this phase, guys, in this phase, can you rub certain part of this? In this phase, your Angara land and Gondwana land further undergo splitting, like this thing. Further undergo, third diagram, between the Jurassic, end of Jurassic till the end of Cretaceous phase, undergo splitting, and on the, like, it will form this first land. This is called North American landmass. This North American landmass is actually attached with the Europe, till here. It is attached with the Europe part, But Asia was separated. Asian landmass was separated. So Angara land split it into two parts, with North America and Europe were together and separated with the Asia. Now one more water body has came here called Ural Sea. Which sea? Ural Sea has developed between the Europe and the Asia. And already one water body is already there. That is called as Tethys Sea, already there in the south of it, already existing. Now that is separating the land of southern part. In the south, there are all the landmass were in the near to the South Pole, called Antarctica, Angara lands in the three landmasses, and the Gondwana land in other landmasses. First, with around South Pole is Antarctica, then it comes out in the form of South American landmass, then is African landmass, what called African landmass, then the small Indian Peninsula, and this Australia part. Now, this together is a Gondwana land. What are the Gondwana land? Is made up of South America, Africa, Indian Peninsula, Australia, and the Antarctica. Now drawn everyone. Later on what happened, your Europe getting separated from the North American land and start moving towards Asia. Start moving towards the Asia, and Africa started moving towards the equatorial part, and Indian peninsula also moved northward. Australia also moved northeastern part, northeastern region. So when this movement started, then this movement started, look at this movement. Europe is moving towards Asia, South America is moving towards northward, Africa also northward, and Indian peninsula is northeastern part or north later on. Australia moved towards the northeastern region. When this movement happened and all the land masses get separated from each other in this process, and creating a water bodies in between, first landmass which moved very fast was Europe. First landmass that moved very fast was Europe, and Europe got attached with Asia. So in this duration only, this Ural Sea has been plugged today, completely been vanished, and in this, due to joining of Europe with the Asia, we have a mountain. Ural Sea is substituted by called Ural Mountains. So, and this part gets separated later on. This part start getting separated and turning into Europe. So Europe part is completely now today is getting separated from this part. In this process, start creating a sea in between Europe and the North America. Start creating a water body between what? North America and the Europe. Today this sea we are calling as Atlantic Ocean now. It's turned into an ocean, not sea. It's turned to be called Atlantic Ocean. Now what happened between this end of Cretaceous phase till the present situation, all the land masses shifted mostly in two directions. All the land masses, according to Wegener, shifted or drifted in two directions. One is towards this central line called equator. One is towards the equatorial plane. Second is from towards the east. From the west, all the landmass are tilted, twisted, rotated towards the east. So all the landmasses, according to the Wegener, drifted in two directions, mostly towards the equatorial plane. From above also try to move southward, and from here also it tried to move north towards the equator. All the landmass shifted, try to move towards the equatorial plane or towards the east. When they are moving, then what is the result? It gives you the present distribution of continents and ocean. Can I rub this part now, everyone? The last stage, is the present time. So from here onwards, this phase is called tertiary phase. Which phase? Tertiary phase. After the end of Cretaceous, tertiary phase of the earth started. You know, tertiary phase ends itself by 10,000 years back from now. From 65 till the 10,000 years from now. Okay, this is an agricultural revolution. Before that was tertiary. And till today, that phase is called quaternary phase. So Earth after that gone to two more phases. One is tertiary phase, then is what called, the present phase of the Earth is not tertiary, is called quaternary. Quaternary phase. Today's present phase is of the Earth geologically called quaternary phase. Miocene period. So in this Miocene period is, in period time it is called this, phase time it is called this. It's a part. Now what happened from 65 till present, till today? So you know all the landmass either move towards the equator or towards the east. In this process it created the distribution of all the 7 land masses and 5 oceanic bodies. So first is this part. This part is your North American land. North American and South American land today completely been joined. Completely has been joined. This has become North America and this become what called South American landmass. Completely be joined, and this Antarctica shifted towards the South Pole completely. This moved northward and elongated. This is the equator line. This is the line of equator, 0. And the Europe is completely separated. Europe come from this part and completely get separated actually. And Europe and Asia, you know, Europe and Asia today has been joined together. Europe and this Asian part is completely joined. So this joint area is an Europe part, and this is what called Asian landmass. This is called as Ural Mountain. Which mountain? Ural Mountain. Ural Mountain is not present, it is an ancient mountain, one of the ancient mountains. Now Africa actually come to this point actually. Africa come to this point. African landmass have come to this part. Center of the Africa is the equator. Center of the Africa is what called equator is existing. It's an African landmass. Now there is smaller plate, it get broken called Arabia. Then Indian plateau actually shifted from here, Madagascar part, and shifted completely and get attached with this particular region. Completely attached with this region today. So this is Indian landmass. Indian peninsula is here. Indian peninsula is here. It's an African landmass. And the Australia not able to cross equator, and because of northeast direction and placed today at this particular point. And small islands are created later on. So these are the 7 landmasses if you are able to see, right? Asia, Europe, North America, South America, Africa, Australia, and the South Pole is what? Antarctica. 7 landmasses. And in between, new oceans has been created, new water bodies has been created. So this ocean which is formed between American landmass, Europe and Africa, called Atlantic Ocean. Which ocean? Atlantic. It's a new ocean which was not there in the past. Another ocean which developed south of India called Indian Ocean. One ocean developed due to movement of downward here. It is no land is there in the north of the Europe and America, Asia, that is called as Arctic Ocean. These 3 oceans which you are seeing all are newly formed oceans. All are newly formed ocean. So what is that called? Arctic Ocean on the North Pole, Atlantic Ocean here, Indian Ocean here. And one more ocean is developing by joining of Atlantic and Indian along the Antarctica. But we know this part is an old Panthalasha. Remember, old Panthalasha is on shrinking its size, reducing its size. That is today we renamed as what? Pacific Ocean. It is old Panthalasha reduced in size and called as Pacific Ocean. So these three oceans are all connected. Even the Pacific is connected with Atlantic and with the Indian Ocean. All are connected near to the Antarctica. This is called as Southern Ocean. Called as which ocean? Southern Ocean. This is all called as what? Which ocean? Southern Ocean. Now, if you count the oceans, 4 are newly formed ocean. One is Indian, second is Arctic, third is Atlantic, fourth is Southern. This is a newly formed ocean. Which newly formed ocean is clear? And which is the old ocean? Pacific. This is the fifth one. So, in this way, able to explain all positions of all the 5 ocean bodies and the 7 land masses on the Earth's surface. That is an objective of continental drift. Is it clear to everyone's mind how this comes out? So, this happened. Complete that sketch. Now, Wagner able to explain this. Now, question is, some scientists asked, why, what is the reason for continental drift? Why they are twisting, tilted, rotated, splitted, or joining each other? What is the reason? So, no motion is possible, no drifting of the land mass is possible without a force, So, give the causes for continental drifting. Explain why the continents are drifting. So, is it clear to everyone? This diagram has been drawn? Everyone? Chalo. Now, the causes for continental drifting, that is completely wrong what he has said. But causes for continental drift given by the Wagner. Given by the cause. Write one line. According to Wagner, continental drifting is due to continental drifting. According to Wagner, the continental drifting is due to two forces that acted on the land masses, that acted on land masses, first called gravitational pull. First he said is gravitational pull exerted by the land masses. First is called gravitational pull exerted by the land masses. Second, he said rotational force or rotational energy of the Earth. So, you know, due to gravity, he said, the center of gravity is towards this equatorial region or towards the center. So, all the land mass, because of the gravitational pull, they are all acted towards the equator. So, that's what all the land mass shifted because of gravitational pull towards the equatorial plane. Towards the, which plane? Equatorial plane. Towards the equatorial plane. That is the reason given by him, which is wrong. Later on found it is not correct. Second reason he has given is what called rotational energy. Due to rotation of the Earth, Earth is rotating from west to Earth is spinning from west to east, anti-clockwise direction. So the landmass up along with this also pushed from west to east. So rotational energy pushed the landmass towards the east. So we explain two words actually, why the landmass are moving towards the east or towards the equatorial plane. Now, when the real studies has been carried out, scientifically tested, this thought, these forces are scientifically tested. That they are capable of joining, splitting, drifting, twisting, rotating the land masses, find out that it is not possible. That there is a mathematics or physics which is from Euler theorem you can calculate. There is a science what called which theorem? Alright, Euler theorem that actually tests that these land masses exert so much force or not. So that is capable of drifting, twisting or rotational energy. Answer found out no, it is not suitable. And many number of times, hundreds of times it is tested scientifically, it proved wrong. So right, this become a criticism. This become the criticism of Wegener continental drift concept is. So criticism is cleared, right? He was unable to, now just write one line, criticism. So he was unable to give the correct forces. He was unable to give the correct forces that leads to continental drift, that leads to continental drift. Full stop. Scientifically, gravitational pull and rotational energy, gravitational pull and the rotational energy are insufficient of splitting, drifting, twisting the land masses rotating the land masses. This has become the criticism, biggest problem. So what is its merits or advantage? So he was the evidences actually. He was highly appreciated for the evidences, he said. He was highly appreciated for the evidences, to prove the continental drift is correct. But only the force was wrong, but the continental drift concept is absolutely correct. So what the evidences he said, right? He collected 4 types of evidence. He collected 4 types of evidences. 4 types of evidences to prove the continental drift. He collected 4 types of evidences to prove the continental drift, for which he was highly appreciated actually. He was highly appreciated for this action actually. And it is that's what he established himself as the well-known geographer, geomorphologist in the world actually. And his theory is still being talked about from 1912 till now we are studying actually. So this was a discovery carried out mainly in 1912 and still been talked because of this. Is it clear? Continental drift. What does the evidence? He collected 4 types of evidences. First is called jigsaw fit puzzle. We will explain first evidence called as jigsaw fit puzzle evidence. Jigsaw fit puzzle evidence. Second called as biological or fossil evidences. Biological or fossil evidences. Second called biological or fossil evidences. Third, he talked about the geological evidences. He collected some geological evidences. Fourth, called as climatic or glacial evidences from very glacials format. So he collected 4 types of evidences: jigsaw fit puzzle evidence, biological or fossil evidences, third called geological evidences, fourth called climatic. The 2013 mains question was this only. Just only this part you have to talk with some introduction and this. Around 10 mark question. First is jigsaw fit puzzle. Jigsaw fit puzzle evidence. Jigsaw fit puzzle evidence. Guys, first is called jigsaw fit puzzle evidence. Guys, if you observe the world map, the land masses, especially the land masses, you will observe that these are like a jigsaw fit puzzle, In the puzzle, what happened? One structure can be fitted with another. So if you observe this part of Brazil, of South America, can be fitted with the Gulf of Guinea of Africa, isn't it or not? Even this part, this is a Spain part, Portugal part of Europe, would be fitted with the Gulf of Mexico. This part could be fitted with this part. So as a result, all the land masses could be fitted. Suppose this part of Arabia could be fitted with this part. Like Sri Lanka could be fitted with this part. Even this Papua Island, can you see the Papua Island here? This Papua Island can be fitted with this part, north part of Australia. Even this Madagascar can be fitted with this Mozambique region of main Africa. So all the land masses roughly can be fitted with one another, and we can recreate the old Pangea. So that's what the Pangea theory is correct. Is it clear? Right. Roughly, write one line. Roughly, this is not cooperating here. Roughly, the continental margins can be fitted into one another, like a jigsaw fit puzzle, and create the old Pangea right in single large continent. For example, just give examples. For example, Brazilian coast of South America can be fitted with Gulf of Guinea of Africa. Gulf of Guinea is known by different names, guys. Nigeria coast, Ivory Coast, Gulf of Guinea, all are same. Gulf of Guinea of Africa. This is one first example. Next is Madagascar, fitted with what? Main Africa. Now, third example, this called the Spain region is called the Spain region, Spain, Portugal, this called Spain of Europe, Spain of Europe, fitted with whom? Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of Mexico of North America. Then we fitted with Gulf of Mexico of. In this way, all the landmass could be fitted into one another. Now, second evidence he collected. Second evidence he collected, called as what? Fossil evidence. Which evidence? Called fossil evidence. I want to show you, but it's shouting like anything. This laptop is dangerous. Now, second evidence called fossil evidence or biological evidences. Fossil evidence. Second evidence he called fossil evidences or biological evidences. Fossil or biological evidences. You know, he did a study at the Gondwana land. He studied Gondwana land. He studied Gondwana land continents. Gondwana land continents, especially this called Argentina of South America. Argentina of South America. He studied this. He studied Gondwana land continent, especially the Argentina of South America, Indian Peninsula, even the Western Australia, and the South Africa, All the land masses lies in the Gondwana land. All the land masses lies in which land? Gondwana, Argentina of South America, Indian Peninsula, Western Australia, and South Africa. He found similarity of fossils actually. He discovered what? He discovered similarity of plant and animal fossils. Plant and animal fossils of the past. Fossils of the past. Today these animals are not there. These are the animals and the plants of the past. So, how these widely separated continent or land masses will have similar plant and animal fossils? The plant and animal fossils are developed together situation. Example he cited, which he studied and discovered, was like Glossopetrus plant. Glossopetrus plant fossil. Glossopetrus plant fossil. So today, wherever it discovered, especially in Indian Peninsula, Western Australia, Argentina, wherever it discovered, today it turned into a coal. So India is rich in coal. बोलते ना, India is rich in coal. Is nothing but it is a fossil of which plant mainly? Glossopetrus plant. That's what Indian coal type we also call Gondwana coal. Now you have some idea. Indian coal is also called which coal? So 98% of Indian coal reserve, 98% of Indian coal reserves or coal resources, what obtained from which plant? Glossopetrus plant. Now question is, how this Glossopetrus plant fossil found here in widely separate continent? It is only possible when Gondwana land was the reality. All land masses were joined together. This is about the plant fossil, because plant cannot move, cannot drift. Okay, now second is, he talked about Mesosaurus animal. Mesosaurus animal fossils. These are Mesosaurus animals, please remember the names. Mesosaurus animals These are like the forefathers of kangaroos. Think of these are like the forefathers of kangaroos. They are not existing today. So Mississauga's animals are found in all these land masses. This is also animal fossil. Third, even if found freshwater reptiles fossils. Linethrex. So these are the 3-4 plants and animal fossils he discovered and found. They are similar in the Gondwana land continents. Along with some are also in the Antarctica today. Some are also discovered in the Antarctica also. So this is possible that all landmasses were joined together and existing along with the Antarctica, isn't it? This is only possible. Now, is it clear? This is called biological evidence or called fossil evidences. Now, third evidence he collected. These are technical questions, guys, which was the UPSC. I was not expecting such kind of questions for the GS wala part. From like 5-7 years of change, they asked very typical question from this section actually, very typical question. And it is not expected for a general studies and people are not able to write proper answers for it. So one is sea floor spreading. Question was sea floor spreading. Second question, the GS, I'm talking GS question. One is sea floor, second was if this is called continental drift. When I gone through this question, it is not possible for a general studies. They will give you a layman's answer, not a technical correct. Such technical questions you will fetch full marks, I'm telling, full marks. 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. If you are not able to just follow right direction, you may get 0 also. That's the point. Now, third question, third evidence. What is the third evidence? Okay, called geological evidence. Third evidence called geological evidence. Geological evidence. So in the geological evidence, he studied the Atlantic coast. Atlantic coast or Atlantic coast land masses. Atlantic coast land masses. So for geological evidences, he studied the Atlantic coast land masses. Atlantic. So in Atlantic coast, if you look at this Atlantic coast, especially this part, if he studied this part, especially this called Greenland part, or even this called European part, if you studied this part particular, or even this African landmass, even this called African. So this is mid of Atlantic Ocean. This is what called mid of Atlantic Ocean. This is an Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean. Mid of Atlantic Ocean. This is an Iceland. This is an Iceland. So he discovered that there are similarity over this coast. There are similarity of this coast with this coast geologically. Similarity, especially few features he discovered. So he collected geological evidences from both the coast and discovered that they are same ages of rock. They belong to same ages of the rock. Rocks of here and rocks of this coast of same age group at the coastal part. It is only possible they are formed together, then later they split it. Same ages of the rock. Not only same ages, same type of rock, same types of the rocks like igneous, metamorphic, sedimentary. They are similar type of rocks on both the sides of coast. European coast of Atlantics and American coast of Atlantics. Both it is not only the similar type of rocks, but also found out the similar kind of relief features, geological features, geological features on the American landmass as well as European landmass of this coast, geological features of same type, similar type. Two features he mainly focused. One is the folded mountains, one is the folded mountains, and given the example also, given the example. So this part of North America is US, called one mountain ranges there called Appalachian Mountains. Which mountains? Appalachian Mountains. Appalachian, Appalachian, Appalachian Mountains. And in find it out like Britain and all, so this is the Britain Island, it's called Britain. Okay, small island. So this island is also having mountains. This island is also what called old mountain called Pennine Mountain. Which mountains? Pennine Mountain. Britain Island, center of the Britain, moves from north to south. Pennine, P-I-N-I-N-E, Pennine Mountains in Britain. Not only this thing, if you go to Scandinavian countries, Scandinavian mountains. So this is nothing but also called Caledonian Mountains. Which mountains? Caledonian. So these folded mountains he discovered. So it is same of the time they were joined together. Even though Greenland was mountainous. Greenland is mountain. So the mountains of Greenland, mountains of this America, mountains of Europe, Britain, Scandinavian countries, all are same, similar type. So can you anyone name the Scandinavian countries to me where Scandinavian mountains are there? Right, Norway, Sweden and the Finland. If you look at here in this map, guys, if you look at here, this is the Scandinavian part. This is the Scandinavian part. Here is Norway, then is Sweden, then is what? Finland. So this is not only folded mountains, but if they found out faults also, the fault line is also same. No? Even the fault lines. So geological features of similar type he found on both the coast, American coast and European coast, folded mountains and fault lines. Now, not only this thing, he found out mineral resource, geological mineral resources of same type, Next, geological means there must be similarity by geological formation process. Geological mineral resources of same type, especially iron ore, that is, he find it out in both the coasts are together. Especially Appalachian Mountains contain iron ore. Appalachian Mountains contain what? Iron. Even this one of the biggest iron ore field is in Sweden. Sweden contains large quantity of iron ore fields, especially in the Scandinavian region of it. So these four evidences indicate that geologically these land was together, similar geological formation took place, all the features developed, resources developed of same age group and same type of rocks, and later they get split it. Is it clear? So this is called geological evidences. Just be particular, you cannot generalize these things. Be particular. The last and the fourth evidence he collected and put called climatic or glacial evidences. Climatic or glacial evidences. Climatic or glacial evidences. Climatic or glacial evidences. So he collected evidences from Gondwana land. he collected glacial evidences on the study of what? Which land? Gondwana land, not from anywhere else. Gondwana land masses. He collected glacial evidences. This evidences belong to periglacial time. Periglacial type actually, not simple, it's called periglacial evidences. He collected periglacial evidences from Gondwana landmass, especially Indian Peninsula, same thing, Western Australia, even this called some Argentina of South America, South Africa. So he collected the periglacial evidences. Now question is, all these landmasses today lies either in the equatorial region some, or in the tropical region, or in the subtropical region, or some part might be in the temperate, some part may be in the but not in the snow-covered area, Try to understand. Present situation of all these land masses is, present position of this land masses, all these land masses, either it is equatorial, some part in tropical, some are in subtropical, or mainly, or some in temperate too. But this shows that all this present position cannot possess periglacial features. Periglacial means, that means these are the land masses or the features created by what? By the glacial movement. So how equatorial region, tropical region, subtropical region or temperate regions of these have the glacial features? Glacial features might be erosional type or depositional type, both. He discovered that these are containing both erosional and depositional type features, which is not possible until all the land masses were joined together or with the called Antarctica. Antarctica near the South Pole. Or, this is only possible, all the land masses were joined together with the Antarctica near the South Pole, and during that time they have glaciers and all the features developed during that time. Later they get separated and reaching to the equatorial, tropical or subtropical latitude situations. Is that cleared, everyone? This situation is only possible, all the land masses were together with the Antarctica near South Pole. So Gondwana is a reality. So you cannot expect a glacial remains, glacial features in all this, not possible. So now how you expect in the South India, Indian Peninsular region or Indian Peninsular Plateau experience this? This is only possible, this concept of Gondwana land was correct. Is it clear? So these are the 4 evidences as a proof, and for this proof he established himself as one of the greatest geomorphologists in the world today. Cleared? So this is highly appreciated. And what is the criticism? Only one criticism of this theory is what? Forces. The forces was insufficient to cure this problem. So next concept came called plate tectonic movements. Write down one line, conclusion point. Evidences are over. Now the calls conclusion. Right. Wagner continental drift theory. Wagner continental drift theory was highly appreciated for for the evidences and he was able to explain the distribution of landmass and the water bodies. He was able to give the distribution of land masses and the water bodies on the earth surface. Full stop. On the earth's surface, right. Right. His criticism, second point on conclusion, his criticism on forces, let down the foundation of for plate tectonic movements. Let down the foundation for what? Let down the foundation for plate tectonic movements. Underline. Next topic. The topic is completed. The next topic automatically get arise. What is the next one? Moments. It's done.